thoughts in pain, I call on your name. With you I feel complete, I really need you to stay. No wait too long.
Hey guys, it's Yaya.
And it's Shawnda, and welcome back to the Purpose Period Pod, where we share with you God's process through our pain, our pleasure, our passion, and purpose. Period.
That's Purpose Period.
Yes.
How
Thanks.
y'all doing?
We're
We're
back.
back. How are you guys doing? Leave however you're feeling, what's been going on in your life. Leave it down in the comments because we
Yes.
want to connect with you guys.
Yes.
If you guys want to hit us up on TikTok, it's
Mhm.
Purpose Period Pod.
Yes.
If you want to hit us up on Facebook, it's Purpose Period Pod, and then Instagram is the Purpose Dot.
Yes, ma'am. And
Period
thank you
pod.
to all the audio listeners. If you're listening to us through audio, we really appreciate you. And if you're looking for the visuals, that will be on YouTube. So thank you for everybody that's here on YouTube.
Yes, subscribe,
we really
subscribe,
appreciate y'all.
subscribe.
Yes, subscribe, share,
Tell a friend
post
to tell a
everybody.
friend.
Yes, share with everybody you know. We appreciate y'all.
Yes.
So what's been up, cousin? How you doing?
Girl,
I
missed you. No, I missed you too. It's been a week. It's been a very long week.
Oh, very long week. But it went by so fast. It's weird.
Right.
Like
but it was
long,
so much going on.
Yes.
It was so much going on. But I'm super excited to be here. This is our first nighttime podcast.
Yeah.
Today was crazy.
Yes.
But we're here. So my week, it was eye opening. I really I gained a lot of wisdom because Proverbs was given the wisdom. We
That's
both so long story short, some things happened as far as family.
Yeah.
Love my family no matter what, but things happened and things are going to happen. But I had to really stay true to who I was, and through the process through the process
Yes,
of
ma'am.
death is always just ugh. And then when death and the family comes together, it's just a lot.
It's
My
hard to deal
grandfather
with.
passed away about over a year ago, and it's still, it's kind of fresh.
Yeah.
But everything's working out the way it's supposed to, and I'm super thankful. Pooh, you sent me a scripture, Proverbs. I can't even tell you exactly what it was.
I don't remember. I think it was like chapter
27.
Was it 27?
Chapter 3, verse 27.
Yes.
Don't correct us if we're wrong,
Yeah.
but along those lines. And girl, it was very powerful. It actually made me go ahead and read 1 through 3, chapters 1 through 3 of Proverbs.
Yes.
And wisdom is a woman. No, I'm just playing.
No,
No,
right? No, but yeah.
but wisdom, the spirit of wisdom is super. It's super in your face, and if you don't take that wisdom and run with it, like, it's not going to be in your face anymore.
Right.
And
Right.
don't ask for it to be in your face because you got to figure that out.
Exactly.
But if you have the power to do right, you do right.
Yes.
And,
yes, absolutely.
And that stuck out to me the most. So what's going on with you? I don't want to ramble because I can go on and on.
Girl, that was good. Like you said, we dabbled into Proverbs this week.
Yeah.
I actually, so to start off my week, it was a really good week at work. I had a full week of work this week. And man, I tell you, it was a week to.
You had a vacation though.
I had I was my other job, so I got 3 jobs. I'm a mama.
Right.
I work full time, and also now we do this
Purpose Period.
So, it definitely caught up with me, but I love my job. I like what I do.
Right.
I actually feel that is a part of my purpose. I'm meant to be there. I'm a medical receptionist. I'm sure we've said that plenty of times. But and I just like interacting with the patients and just being that voice of reason. And I really feel like in the healthcare field that there are people who need a face like mine or a voice like mine just to ease their worries when they're there, and when you're checking in or when you're checking out. I'm the first or the last face that you see, and I just make it easier. Like, people are so afraid of hospital visits, and
it's always bad news.
It really is. And like, some people are like, I'm happy to see you, and they're like, well, I'm not happy to see you because I'm sick and I wouldn't be here. But I'm like, you're in the right place though, and we're gonna take care of you. So I just like to reassure that. But I got back into my word this week for my my personal thing, and I've been kind of on a I guess a biblical hiatus, I should say, a godly hiatus. You know, the last couple of episodes, I haven't just been in my word. I've been kind of straying away from God a little bit. I kind of wanted a break, but now I'm on fire again. And it feels so good.
It always feels good.
And it does. And you know what? Those kind of breaks are okay, y'all. You don't have to be 110% in it. He understands, but just include him in that process. I still included him in that process. I was still saying little prayers. I was still, you know, thinking about him and thinking about the word and still being the best person I can be. I mean, I wasn't out here robbing banks and stuff, not being in God's, you know, presence. But I still wanted to make sure that I came back to it. So so I got back into my word and I actually prayed on it, and he led me to read Ecclesiastes, and I told you that's where it started. And man, oh man, Ecclesiastes is so good. It's like a short book, but it's just so real and down to earth. And the person is, I believe it said like a Solomon's teacher that was like talking to him, or it's somebody outside of Solomon who was just giving their perspective on life, right? So he's just very like, everything under the sun is meaningless. That's literally a verse. Everything under the sun is meaningless. Whoa. And if you do, and when I was looking up on the Bible Project, if you dabble into the word, definitely follow back up with the Bible Project. They are just like they create content based on biblical things, and they kind of piece everything together, and they tell a story, and they give images and create, you know, where it's like
easy to understand.
Yeah, easy to understand. And it's dope. But I looked into it, and they were saying how the translation for meaningless is actually hevel. It's Hebrew for hevel, and it doesn't directly translate to meaningless. It actually translates to like smoke and mirrors. So everything under the sun is kind of like up in smoke. So when I was reading it, I'm like, wow, this is super negative. Like, why is this
but it's so
in the book of the Bible, but it's so real? Like, even if you are righteous, or even if you're not righteous, thank you. It's still going to be, that's life. Like, still bad things are going to happen to you. And so when I looked into the Bible Project, it was saying like, basically, when you read Ecclesiastes, you can read Proverbs. Actually, it said Proverbs first, thing, and Ecclesiastes and Job. So after I read Ecclesiastes, I finished that. I'm like, let me read Proverbs. And Proverbs is a more like, oh, sunshines and rainbows effect. But what I like about both books is that it says, even when you go through bad things, you're and when you go through bad things, because it's going to happen.
I saw that too.
When you go through bad things, God is still going to be with you, and you still have to be the best person that you can be, and you still have to follow Christ. You still have to follow God. And I just thought that was so well said in the Bible, because it's not like trying to throw you off and just say, well, if you worship God and if you do this for God, you're bound to have good things, which yeah, that's a part of it, but you have to understand, when you do go through bad things, you have to trust God, and it's not God. It's not. He may allow things to happen, but it's part of your purpose, and it's not of God.
Yes. So piggybacking off of what you just said, I was listening to Linked Up Church. Linked Up is our online church. So they're located in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
We love them.
We love them. We actually got a chance to meet them. Yes. They're amazing.
They are amazing. But Pastor Joel, and he has a wife, Trish, they do it together. So Pastor Joel was preaching, and I totally forgot about what you were just saying.
When we were talking about Proverbs and like how life is, like, you're going to go through bad things. Where are you going to bring up purpose?
Dang.
What was he talking about? What we were talking about in the car?
No. I was going to bring up what he was talking about. And allowing things to happen.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get back to it. That's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
No, I should have been able to piggyback off you. Like, he said this, but I should have been there.
You should have been there.
Amen. I should have been there. But that's okay. But
dang, I wish I would. It'll come back to me.
It'll come back. Yeah.
Okay, putting it back.
Yeah. But I truly encourage reading, your word, just getting into it, even if it's little by little. And what I did was I prayed to God and asked him to show me where I should start. And for some reason I kept thinking of like, at first I was thinking of books in the Bible that I already knew. But then something hit me. It was like Ecclesiastes. I'm like, Ecclesiastes, like what even is that?
Right,
no.
right.
And so he actually, I thought he led me just like the numbers thing when you told me, like he led you to specific numbers. And when I read it, I was like, this can't be it. So I started from the beginning, and it was actually at the very end what he wanted me to read.
Ooh.
And I honestly can't remember exactly what it was. But I was like, this is so good. So then I followed up with the Bible Project, and that'll definitely help you out. And you can watch or listen to the Bible Project before the chapter, which I like to do before I read it, or I'll read it and then follow up with the Bible Project. That's
right.
I don't know what I said, but and that helps so much. But man,
that's
Proverbs
super
is
dope.
good. I'm not done with it yet, but
I'm not done with Proverbs neither, but I'm excited. It you sending that to me got me back on fire.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's been a couple of days. And I hate that because like I don't need it anymore type thing. But like I do need it.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes I just want to turn off my brain.
Yes.
And that's not a good thing. One day we're not going to be able to think.
Right. Wow.
You know, so we really have to be mindful because I know it's super easy, especially as a mom.
Yes.
You're like, I just want to do nothing.
It's just that peace. Like when we equivalate turning off our brain and turning everything off, peace. It's really equivalent to peace.
But guess what?
God is peaceful.
God is peace. Like literally, there's not going to be any type of peace that you get like the Bible sleep peace. Right. Like after that word,
I know that's right.
Child, girl, let me tell you, Craig, bleep that out, cousin. My child's father, he had Saya, and when I tell you, he came knocking on my door at like 10:30 something. But before that, I had prayed, I had read my word, and I said, I'm just meditating on that. And I put the Bible on my chest. I was out.
Ooh.
I was out.
You know, I'm gonna read the Bible just for that. We was talking about melatonin earlier.
That is melatonin.
Okay. I'm legit gonna do that because I'm gonna sleep so
Girl,
long.
they had to knock on my window in the back door. I said, who was that? Y'all, it was the most peaceful sleep.
Yes.
That felt like Ruth. Like, but yeah, that was a very peaceful
I can't
sleep.
wait.
Girl, I'm ready, and I need to finish Proverbs. But what I do want to finish, I want to finish the books of like the Bible that Jesus was doing his doggone thing, like
the gospel.
Yes, I want to read the gospel, and I want to. Another thing that I got out of Proverbs is, if you want wisdom, that's fine.
Yes,
but read Proverbs because what Solomon was saying in Proverbs, you're gonna need that wisdom for the parables that Jesus was saying. If you don't get this, if y'all don't get this, that's the revelation I had. If you do not get this in Proverbs, you're not gonna get what Jesus said.
No, ma'am.
Jesus, he was so wise. That's why a lot of wise people speak in parables.
Yes,
like if you talk to an old cat, he usually be like,
it's
hey,
not
how you doing?
Forward.
Not straightforward. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. If I don't call it, I'll spoil it or something like that. Like, you like what? But but you just dropped some bars.
Knowledge. Yes. So because life's not straightforward.
Yeah. So
it's not. Oh, it's not straightforward at all. Like, life is a parable.
Life is a parable.
Girl, speaking of parable, we went through a whole parable.
We went through a whole parable today.
We went through a whole parable.
It's so good, Shawnda. Don't make me cry on this.
I know, right?
Good couch.
Because it's just so good and amazing to see God's intention. We were talking about, it was something in I think it was Proverbs, or which one was I reading? I think it was Proverbs, where he was talking about the dew in the grass.
Oh, that was so good.
The purpose of the dew in the grass. The fact that he thinks about something so small. So small. You can't tell me that he's not thinking about you and your life and your purpose in this life. You can't tell me.
Tell them what Dew is.
The Dew,
Tell
not
them.
Mountain Dew.
Not Mountain Dew.
Dew
Not
that
Baby Shark
lays
Dew.
on the grass to keep the grass, moist through the fall, the spring, the summer, all the dry times, the super moisturized times. I don't know weather, but I'm saying like Dew has a purpose.
Dew has a purpose
on grass.
So do you not think he's gonna work? He's not thinking about you.
He is thinking about you every step of the way, every moment.
Like,
and you know what? We were also talking about how we have to consider God and think of God as if He is right there next to you. That, you know what? That actually helped me with something this week.
Ooh.
I don't want to talk about what it was, but it was something nasty and dirty, and I'm like, he right here in my bed, next to me. Like, so what's up?
Girl,
you gonna do it or no? Like, and I'm like,
he right there.
And imagine your mom or your dad or watching
like,
some like.
It's crazy. At my grown age, if there is a sex scene that comes on the TV, I turn my head.
I'm
my
30 years
mom's
old,
right there.
not doing it. Nope.
And she be looking at me like,
you
have a kid.
Your mom be like, Michael Jackson putting
man, like, seriously. So like, I have you have 2 whole kids.
I have 2 whole children, and I was covering my eyes. Absolutely not. We have to think of him like right that. That helped
it does.
Me. That literally helped me.
Shawnda would literally, when I was eating that egg boil. So I was on the phone with her while I was eating this egg boil. And she was like, we started talking about this, and you said you have to think of him like he's right there. And I was like,
God is watching me.
No, you don't like this because it's not good for me. I'm being greedy because I had 6 eggs and some Polish sausage.
That's on fire.
It was
not gonna hold
so
you.
Good.
That sounds so good.
But I was about to stuff my face for the very last one. I'm on my last one. I was about to stuff my face knowing I'm full. Just being greedy. Just something that small is being greedy.
Yes, no.
I was like,
he wouldn't want you to see that.
I looked at right there. I didn't even get to the next morning.
Right.
I said I got to leave that table. But that's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. But today, when we went, we had a lot going on today.
Y'all, we've been really working on making this podcast like everything because we really feel like this is a part of our purpose.
Right.
So we,
and others.
Yeah, and others' purpose, and bringing them into this because it's not just about us, and this is not just about us fulfilling our purpose. Our purpose is a part of other people's purposes.
And you're going to see why we say that. It's going to tie all in together.
It's all going to tie in together.
So we got a blessing. We got some lights. And when I say these lights are everything, they have umbrellas.
Oh my God. Can you guys tell? Comment down below if you can tell the lighting, or if you're listening to us, the audio will come later. It should still be good. We have mics. Everything that we have needed has been in our possession.
And we didn't even have to buy them.
And
I had these mics. We have these mics for what? Almost a year.
Really?
Literally, I got these
You was
last
like,
year.
I got mics.
I got these last year. I was going to do a whole nother. I was going to do something else. I have an MacBook.
And I have an iPad that I don't use. Like, we just had all this equipment, and then we were blessed today with lights.
And I had a camera. I got this camera back in 2019, and I wanted to vlog, but it never came of anything.
Right.
So just to think that, okay, so now we have a camera, we have everything we need during the course of the years. God has provided. And whether I got it as a gift or Pooh got it as a gift or whatever the case was, it was provided. So so the last piece of the puzzle was going to be our mics. Our mics have to hook up. The receiver has to hook up to whatever we use as a visual. So it was the very last piece of the puzzle that we were super nervous about. And we were trying to go to Walmart, right?
Wait. Before you even go there, having somebody to even edit for us.
Oh, girl, this is a whole testimony.
This whole story, it's just like God put it all together. So my brother he's like a producer, basically. He went to school for
has his whole degree
like
for
whole
visual
degree
effects,
for visual effects, and I
graphic
don't know exactly what it is.
designs.
I'm so sorry, brother. I know you're watching this cringing at us right now, but
He's
and
like
he
imbecile.
and my whole family, like as far as like my dad, my brother, my other brother is on
Yeah.
TikTok. Like all of us have been in social media. I have my own channel on YouTube, and we've all been in this influencing world. So
It's a car.
and
Her
yeah,
dad, it's a car, or his,
yeah, my
her stepmom.
stepmom, yes,
They're booming.
they're booming right now with their social media. So it's just like everybody's in it, and my brother, we, you know, since I've been a part of this, like I've been behind the scenes editing for my dad and my stepmom, and I edited my own things. So I'm thinking, you know, since I know how to do that, that's part of my purpose with this podcast. God brought my brother.
Because you could not. You was like, bro.
I was struggling with it because yes, I like to edit. I do. It's really fun. However, it's not part of the. It's not a passion. It's not. It wasn't part of the purpose I was supposed to provide into this. It wasn't part of the process. I just love how we use those words in
They're
every.
beautiful.
Like really, that's crazy to me. But anyways, long story short, my brother literally, well, Ronya wanted to ask my brother, and I'm like, yeah, you know, but I was having a hard time letting it go because I felt like that was something I was supposed to contribute. Let me tell you about God. Let me actually read what he said.
Oh, we got scripture.
Proverbs 20 verse 21. You can make many plans, but the Lord's Let me start over. Proverbs 20 verse 21. You can make many plans, but the Lord's purpose will prevail.
Period.
He put my brother in our view, in our lives, in this point of our lives. And my brother was like, I'm surprised y'all didn't ask me to film or to edit. And I'm like, you know what, brother? That's actually what we were going to talk to you about. We had like a conference call. And I'm like, what would your rates be? And you know, he told me, it was me at the time. We were waiting on her to get on the phone. And you know, he told me like I do da 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 for per hour and such, but for y'all, I will only do such and such. And it was perfect. It was perfect for us for right now. And I'm like, you know what? That's like an offer we can't refuse, honestly. Like it was perfect. And we're like, well, what about this? What about this? What about our intro? What about this and that? And he's like, I'll just do it. That's nothing. I can do it in my sleep.
Girl.
That's nothing. While I'm over here struggling, trying to find the time to edit, trying to find the time to be creative.
This is what he do.
This is what he does. This is what he wanted to do. This is what he asked to do. It was part of his purpose.
It was part of his purpose.
And it was just like, we just wanted to make sure that, you know, we're like, you know, in the video, you can put like your stamp on it, and you can put your logo in it. And shout out to
Lucid Visuals.
Yes,
okay,
he's behind
big shout out.
He is behind the scenes. He's behind our intro. He's behind the editing.
He's behind knowledge.
He's behind
that we're
knowledge.
gaining.
Yes.
Because we don't know anything
we're calling
about
him. We just call him at Walmart. Like, what cord do we need? Like, and he's been there. He's like, listen. He was on a whole shindig with his friends, and he's like, I'll call you in 15 minutes.
He called back,
and
he
called us right on time,
girl.
And he said, perfect like, I caught you right on time
because we were struggling.
God, I'm Kenny, and I'm telling you,
this is this is it.
This is it.
This is gonna. But the thing is, with me and you, we always said we want every one of our family members to be a part of whatever we're doing. We both want every single gift that God has placed in our family's lives. We have cousins that cook. We have cousins that clean. Yes, that can be a gift. Cousins that clean, cousins that, or they draw, like your sister draw, like
super creative and super like talented, and
we have to implement those. And y'all gotta see these people. We want the world to see
our family, our friends, people that we meet at Walmart.
Right, girl. Even you.
You are here for a purpose. This is to spark your purpose, to know that you're here for a reason.
Right. And we're going to do what we can in order to influence.
Yes.
And to push y'all's purpose.
Absolutely.
So if y'all got anything, y'all producing or drawing or whatever the case
let
is,
us know. Send it to our email.
Seriously.
Purpose period, or what is it? God's purpose period @gmail.com.
Yes.
Send us stuff so we can implement it, no matter what it is. Let us know. We can tag y'all on the bottom. We can tag y'all on the screen.
Right.
You know, that our editor put it in our video, whatever, because we really want to help people.
Right.
That is the purpose of this. And when you don't follow your own purpose, trying to be and being disobedient, you don't know how many other people that you have
waiting on you,
or people who are waiting on you just to follow through with your purpose.
Woo!
They can't even reach their potential because you still trucking on yours and not doing yours. You all the way down here.
So they're waiting on. People are waiting on you, just like how y'all was probably waiting on us.
Yeah,
we have been trying to do this for so long.
They waiting on us.
We was, girl, and that brings us to Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So we needed this cord, and we thought we needed a cord.
We thought we needed a cord.
And we thought we needed a tripod. Because we know we got a new fancy camera.
Yes.
So we thought we needed these things, and we're in the store. We're like, okay, Kenny, what's going on? What kind of cord do we need? We're talking to the Walmart lady. She's like, oh, we don't have that.
We don't have that.
Before that, we're driving. I'm on the highway. I'm like, Shawnda, I'm going I'm not going the right way. Literally, the destination was like 7 minutes away.
Yes.
And then it just turned to 16. I said, Shawnda, I just got on the wrong highway. I thought I should have just went and did what I knew to do. I know where to go.
She's on her phone. Her phone is like saying no internet service.
Yeah, like it was just
what
so
is going on?
weird.
And she's like, Shawnda, did you say I'm anxious or you said I'm something? I'm like, okay, let's just calm down. I said, everybody calm down.
Yeah, you said everybody calm down.
It's cool. And she got off on the next exit towards our home. We live in Dayton, so it was like a Dayton exit, and she just got off there. And then we were right where we needed to be.
Yes, I said,
and you pointed that out too. You was
yes, I said, you know what? God did not want us to go to that Walmart, and that's fine.
Like,
yeah, she extra no, but I said we weren't supposed to go there, and that's fine, girl. But then I took a wrong turn again, and it says 16 minutes. I said we just got back from 16 minutes, so it was going to be another one. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just go home. I go the way that I know home.
Yep.
Then we ended up going. It's like this strip where there's a whole bunch of food and all that, and there just happened to be a Walmart
over there.
So I was like, yeah, like that cut down time, right? And we went where we were supposed to go.
And we're thinking like we're going to this Walmart. Keep in mind, we're thinking we're going to this Walmart because they have what we need.
They have what we need, like,
and they did, but
we was like, this is the ghetto Walmart,
right?
Ain't nobody looking for no cord in this Walmart.
Right.
Child, they did not have what we needed. But this guy, he walks into the same aisle that we're in. I look at him and I look at his bag and I'm like, the Holy Spirit literally nudges me and says, ask him for the cord, ask him. And I was just like, I can't. Like, listening to that Holy Spirit is definitely like, it's crucial. It's very important. And the fact that I realized that it was the Holy Spirit, that gives me like, okay, I just have to learn how to listen.
That's a whole other thing.
And execute.
Yes, absolutely.
So I didn't ask him. Me and Shawnda, we grab a tripod because they didn't have the cord. We're like,
we need to go to Best Buy.
That was going to be a whole nother situation.
Yeah.
And Shawnda said, we have everything we need around here. Like, it doesn't have to be like this.
Yes.
So I said, I kind of wanted to see how much the tripod is. I kind of want to just, we're going to need it one day. One day. So we go to the checkout line.
Yep.
And Shawnda, she's like, no, let's put this back. We're putting it back. So I'm like, okay, Mom, like, fine. And
I put it down. You know how like you ain't gonna go back to put it back, but you like put it. We're on
off the side,
so we put it off to the side.
Yeah. And what did you we're about to leave.
We're leaving. We checked out. We bought everything. We got our bags, and then Tashumbe, Temu, Te amo. He said, what did he say? Like,
he said, excuse me. He said, excuse me.
Oh, he has a heavy accent. So beautiful.
Oh, girl.
Excuse me. Okay, no, that's enough. Everybody calm down. But he said, excuse me, are you guys content producers?
Mm.
And we were like,
why, yes.
Yes,
we are.
He was like, I saw the tripod.
And I saw your camera
and I saw your camera
that you had.
So
he was eyeing us.
Yeah,
he was because that was in my purse.
Yes.
So he was eyeing us in
but
the
no,
aisle.
I had it on my shoulder. I was wearing it at one point.
Right. He saw you with it.
Yeah.
But I had it in my purse at the time, so he was watching.
Right.
He was watching us.
And I saw him. I didn't see the bag like you saw the bag. I saw him. I noticed him. I always notice people before they notice me. I don't know what that's about, but I saw him. You saw him.
Right.
And then he came up to us. He came to the same self-checkout that we were at. He got so many. He had a pillow in his hand. He had like a blanket or something.
And a towel.
Yes. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And we're like, we are. And he was like, I'm a photographer. And we're like, oh, okay.
And he said, I just moved here, and I would love to work with you guys sometime.
Yes.
And
you were like, what are you doing here?
No.
I
said, where do you live?
Yeah.
No, he said, do you guys live around here? I said,
Yeah,
we live in the Dayton area.
Right.
And then he says, oh, I live in Troy. Troy's like 45 minutes away.
It's a hot minute from Dayton, yeah. And we're in like, so from Miller Lane, that would probably be like, he was a good minute away, and we're a good minute away from where we are.
Yeah.
And he's a good minute away from where we are, and we same exact time.
I said, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Troy's, I'm sure they have a Walmart in Troy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So why are you over here, 45 to an hour away? What are you doing here? And he said, I don't know. And me and Pooh was talking in the car. He was there for us.
Absolutely.
I got my little stuff for dinner, but
yeah,
we
didn't get anything that we went. We didn't get anything that we came there for. We put the tripod back. They didn't have a cord, but we saw Temu,
and he saw
us. And he followed his Holy Spirit,
and he said
and reached out and he said something. Because I'm like, I looked at him, he looked at me. I'm like, and I move on. I honestly, nothing nudged me.
I looked dead in his bag. I said, and the Holy Spirit said, Ronya, ask him. He knows.
I didn't even see it. And we just talked about this right before filming. That God put us together for a reason, and we went through things for a reason.
Right.
We feed off of each other, and when she said is unsure, I'm that reassurance behind that, and vice versa. So because my Holy Spirit, I was blocked. I don't know what was going on with me, but her Holy Spirit said something, which led to that kind of helped with the whole situation. But it's just so beautiful how, I mean, God he's so intentional with what he does, man.
Yes.
Which leads me to my next scripture.
Oh, Lord.
Because this is Proverbs 16, verse 3 and 4. Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. The Lord has made everything for his own purposes, even the wicked for a day of disaster.
Ooh, let me see that.
We were obedient. I wasn't sure that we should go to Walmart because I've been feeling like we have everything that we needed.
Yeah.
And the thing about my cousin is that she's a perfectionist, and I'm a perfectionist too, but she wants everything to be a hit, and she wants everything to come together and just be the best quality in everything. But my thing, I'm a little bit more laid back than her, and I'm like, we have everything. I had this in the back of my mind. We have everything that we need. It would be good to go get this cord and do this with the camera and do all of that. That's amazing, and that's a step up. However, we have everything, and we don't need nothing.
That's
else.
very true, and I feel like we balance each other out in that.
Each other out.
So like where she may think that it's not enough, I'm like, no, Pooh.
Where I'm too toned down.
Yeah, you're too. I'm like, all right, we gotta
bring it back up.
We gotta bring this up,
and vice versa.
And I had, and I'm okay. It's kind of like no shade.
What? Oh,
but like it's like it's a real relationship.
Yes,
I trust.
Yes,
Pooh. I trust you,
and I trust you. Yes.
So it's easy to kind of just be like, okay, maybe I am just doing too much. I need to just tone back.
Or maybe I'm not doing enough and I need to be on my stuff.
Right. But going back, commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed.
Yes.
It was a sermon I was listening to, Linked Up Church. God is waiting on us.
Yes.
Like,
surrender.
No, it's the thing. It's yes, surrender, but also, like, if you get this idea didn't just pop up in your head just because. So stop thinking and do. And I've seen that twice this week. I've heard that twice this week.
Wow.
Stop thinking. And your brother said that. He's a TikToker, Kenton Martin.
Oh, okay.
So he said that.
I got a lot of brothers, so I didn't know what that was.
But stop thinking and just do. If we spend time on thinking, we're never going to do, because it's in our head.
It's in our head, yeah.
So just action.
Just do it. Yes.
Commit your action to the Lord. Why would He give you an idea?
Right.
That's going to fail.
Right.
Like, not everything is going to succeed. Right. However, it's going to lead you to your purpose.
You might need to fail to get you to His purpose.
Exactly. And what happens is it builds character. He's trying to build character in the midst. He'll let you
do. It's intentional.
It's everything is. Everything is. Wow. And that's exactly why, like, when he said that, I want to say it was Joel. It was either Pastor Joel or Minister Johnny. He said, I forgot what he said. Jesus, I'm tired. But all in all, He's waiting on us. It's oh, you got another word?
Another
one.
Let
me just
but it's just it's popping out with what we're saying. No, but
it's a thing we weren't gonna feel today.
Right.
Go ahead, say what you gotta say.
He's in Psalms, what is it? Psalm 16:9. We can make our plans. This was reiterated all throughout Psalms. Your plans.
Which one is this?
Your purposes.
Chapter?
This is Proverbs.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I said Psalms. Proverbs. He was talking about wisdom, but what stood out to me the most, and I have it highlighted, was about just following the Lord and our plans. Our plans, because everybody makes the plans for what they want to do. We always think that we know exactly what we want to do. We always think that we're going to the store for exactly what we think we're going for. And then it turns out that God He flips in a whole nother direction and gives us what we actually were going for.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But he said, Proverbs 16, verse 9, we can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps.
Whoa!
He determines our steps. Whether we made a plan to go to the store. He marked our footsteps to go to the self-checkout, for Tarambe to come to the. We don't know this man's name. I'm so sorry.
He's not from here.
He's not from here.
U.S. here.
Right. But he directed our footsteps to coincide and meet with each other.
We had to go get the eggs last because I forgot the eggs, so I had to go get the eggs, and then
the timing of it all
right behind us. Still right behind us. Because he had to go get the pillow.
But just the timing of the I should go get and I'm like, no, well, I got to get my flu shot. Well, okay, you go get, and I had to drop off the kid.
It was so much going on today.
It was so much going on today that we had to do, but God. You're like, sit down, Tarambe, they're not ready yet.
His car not starting.
Right.
All for a reason. He was our purpose. But God ordered those steps. Like, that was so good, Pooh. Keep going. You on fire. You said, what else I got?
We may throw the dice, but the Lord determines how they fall. It's just a bunch of stuff.
Hold on, I want to read that.
That's Proverbs.
We may throw the dice.
16:33.
So you mean to tell me if I go to the casino right now and not...
Ain't no probability. Ain't no luck.
Ooh, that ain't no luck.
You was supposed to hit that 7. That's snake eyes. Is that it? I don't know.
yes, 7 is immediate.
You're supposed to hit that.
But yeah.
You are designed to hit that.
Ooh. So start walking in that.
Walk in it. Believe that is for you, man. Yeah. Believe it. And you may not hit it tomorrow, but you're not ready for it tomorrow. God knows when you're going to have it.
Ooh, because what would you do with $1 million today? What would you do with $1 million today?
Just some food, juicy crab.
He'll be like, Lord,
every day.
Every day.
I'd be looking like them big people on
600 Pound Life. I'm not watching.
I was thinking about Wally.
I'm not washing your rolls.
Oh, please.
No.
Ooh, rolls sounds so good.
we were so hungry. We were going down Miller Lane, which is a bunch of food spots, and all we thought about was bread.
Yeah. This the bread right here. This the bread right here.
Butter you on. That's the butter.
That's the
Them
butter.
highlights is the butter.
I'm telling you.
No, but that's really good, Pooh. You did your big one.
Wow.
You did your big one. Try to see your Bible.
Yeah.
This is so.
I'm gonna have to get you.
I have one. I love it.
This Bible is specifically geared towards women. This is called the Thrive Bible, and I got it because it's pink, but or rose gold rather. And then I got me some rose gold. What are those called? Little bookmarkers. And I got this from Amazon. If anybody's interested, but it's geared towards women, and it gives you like little notes to the woman, and it's like, please guide your daughter. It says prayers towards women, and it's just a really good Bible. But I used to have a teenage Bible, and which was geared towards teenagers. I forgot what that was called, but it's purple.
Proverbs got
some bars. Read it. What you reading?
If you listen to constructive criticism, you will be at home among the wise. At home, you're supposed to be wise.
You're supposed to get constructive criticism.
Like, why wouldn't you?
You don't want nobody to tell you nothing?
That's crazy. If you are not teachable,
I have dealt with that though.
Really?
Well, it has to be constructive.
It has to, because
I can't deal with I can't deal with just do better. Well, show me how.
Girl, I had a problem with that because I model, and I'm not doing it this year. I've made up my mind this has more purpose than that because I don't want to be a model. But I had someone, she would constantly say, like, I'm not a dancer, so you want me to model? I can do that. I can walk, but you want me to dance? I have 2 left feet. So, and you want me to do it in heels, on beat, on stage, child. So she kept looking at me like I was crazy because I wasn't dancing right, and it's like, I'm not going to dance right unless you teach me how to dance right. So you're telling me, you're like, hip, sis boom ba, and I'm like, so, and then you're like,
wait. What's that one, lady?
What?
Pop it. This is hip hop. Point.
He said, ba ba, da da. Like, no. But I mean, like, that bothered me so much because I'm not the type of person to not take constructive criticism.
Right.
I want to learn if you teach me.
Yes.
And she wouldn't. But back to the word. If you reject discipline, you only harm yourself. But if you listen to correction, you grow in understanding. The words understanding, discernment, wisdom.
Yes. All of those were flying lazy for me.
Woo!
I needed to see.
Let me read it to me. Also, we have a Bible study right now.
No, for real.
This is so good.
Because let me see. Where is it at? Because I have an issue with, when I was younger, I did not like being called lazy. And
did your dad call you lazy?
Okay. A lot. Or just saying things about being lazy, and I think that, did you see it?
No.
I think it's on, let me see, we're getting closer. Lazy people sleep soundly, but the idleness leaves them hungry.
Oh!
So I have, just like when we were talking about earlier, when we say we just want to turn our minds off, a lot of that times that equates to us doing nothing. Absolutely, which AKA is laziness. I mean, I hate to say it, but we are so thirsty to do something. We feel like we're like, just like earlier, we're like, or you were like, we got to do something today. We got to be productive. We have to film. We have to, because you feel that that idleness. You feel like you didn't do anything. You might get some good sleep, but your spirit is hungry. You have to be productive.
Who feed the spirit. Don't let your spirit starve.
Yeah.
Don't let your spirit starve.
And there are ways to be productive. I'm not saying you got to do hard labor. I'm not saying you have to go build something. I'm saying feed your spirit.
Sometimes rest is productive.
That too. Exactly.
Sometimes rest.
When you're tired, let it go,
right.
Jack. Let it
go. But to just sit in your laziness, that's what we're talking about. Making that an idol.
Yes.
Making you doing nothing an idol.
I just want to turn it all off. I mean, I get it.
It's a blessing to have it on.
It's a blessing to have it on.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe that we were whole crackheads. I was thinking about that the other day.
Oh, every episode we gotta bring this up.
I know, but
yes,
it's just so crazy how addicted to weed that we were, especially me. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I can't believe I was out of my mind doing that, out of my body doing that. That's not even me. And I would be like, I'm a pothead. Like, I claimed that weed was my idol, and that's what made it wrong. I wasn't made it wrong, baby. I wasn't sick. I wasn't going through anything. I mean, I was going through depression, and I was going through trauma and dealing with my demons, but it wasn't something I wasn't prescribed for it. I was like I was abusing it. Yes. I was abusing
Shawnda,
it.
we were terrible. We wouldn't even brush our teeth.
No.
Smoke.
No. Wake
Hold
up.
on, look.
Smoke.
Gagging. Yes. Rolling up that blunt because I have to have it. I used to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning every single morning because my body will wake me up cold sweats and gagging because I had to. Craig used to be like, "Oh my gosh, like, are you okay?"
Addiction. If that's not addiction, you can't tell me.
I'm over here sweating, right? And then when I stop because I'm like, I don't want to do this. No, I'm done. I don't feel like doing this. I don't even feel like smoking no more. Yes. My body is telling me I have. That's dope sick. Yes. That is dope.
Not
sick.
Able to eat. Don't have an appetite.
Let's talk about criticism. How our grandmother sat up there and told me, Ronya, it's the weed. That's what's making you sick. I would have diarrhea and throw up every single morning until I hit that blunt. And I used to be like, the weed is helping me. Whatever is going on,
right.
this weed
it's
is
calming
helping me.
that down. No,
it took a lot of relapses. I relapsed.
It sure did.
Maybe 4, 5 times.
I've been only sober for a year and 6 months, maybe. I think.
Yeah, I've been sober off weed for almost 3 years, about 3 years. However, drinking, I wouldn't say it's not my drug of choice.
It's not mine either.
I'm not saying it's good. I would rather just do away with it, but sometimes I feel like, one won't hurt, and then I do it, and I'm like, it definitely hurt. Right. I don't. It's not that I feel drunk. It's just I just don't. It doesn't serve a purpose. Right. So, So that criticism that Grandmommy was giving us. Yes. And she was telling me personally, like, that's that weed, and I did not want to listen.
No, yeah.
So I had to stay dumb. I had to stay without understanding. I had to stay not in the wise. Right. Like, I couldn't sit with her. Right. Because I wasn't being wise. Yeah. And I could not sit with her. Like, me and her fell out. I think y'all kind of fell out a little bit too. Like, you didn't really talk to her as much.
No.
Because you knew what you was doing.
I knew what I was doing. Support. Yeah. Yeah, but, and I definitely felt that conviction being around her. Ooh. Like, even, man, she would watch my kids, and I'm coming in there high, and I'm like, pull yourself together.
Girl, I used to smoke cigarettes, so imagine me smelling like a Newport 100 and walking in and like hugging both my grandmothers, both of them. One of my mothers are very naive, and they're just like, or she's just like, not my baby. Knowing good and dang on well. My auntie, she called me one day like, Stink, I just saw you going down the street. Are you smoking a Newport? I said, yeah, I hate lying. Yeah, that was me.
Man, but God, I can't imagine not going through that part of my life.
I wouldn't be who
I would not be who I am today. I had to turn to God, and what made me stop was I just didn't want to do it anymore. It just didn't.
It's tiring.
Feel right. It's so tiring. Like, I'm literally sick. I was very, very sick. I'm coughing. I'm hacking up, and I wasn't going through a detox or anything. I had smoked quite literally that morning, but I had a cold.
Right, yeah.
And my baby's father is like, he rolled up. Usually, I would wait for him to come home to roll up, and he's like, "Here, you want to hit it?" I'm like, "Actually, no, I don't."
That was the last.
And that was the last time, and it was actually right before I got my job. I actually, and then like probably 2 or 3 months later, I started my job in healthcare where you can't smoke. So
right.
that has helped.
You were perfect. Like, you was clean. I was clean. So nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, her piss test, bro.
Because I had smoked for like probably, I had got back.
I think it was like 3 weeks. Yeah. It was like 3 weeks, maybe.
It was shy a month.
Real
shy. And
I'm like, she was smoking heavy. She need a good 2 months. Like,
God,
God had
he
that.
made a way for me. He made a way into my purpose.
That was beautiful. That was
yeah,
beautiful.
and I didn't have no. That's the thing. When I knew I didn't want to do it anymore, when I was done, I didn't have a detox process.
Yes,
I was good. I just stopped and that was it.
Right. See, with me, I do have a detox process, so I am super. I throw up probably
Man,
a
you were
month straight.
so sick.
I was this tiny.
Yeah.
So I threw up for about a little over a month.
What's that called? Do you remember what that's called?
It's such a technical term.
Yeah.
I can't tell
it
you.
is.
It's a condition.
Look it up. Yeah.
It's a condition. They have diagnosed it. I mean, stomach cramps. Dope sick. I keep saying dope sick.
Somebody has come into the office saying that they were going through that.
Really?
Like, I smoke weed, and I don't know, brother. I don't know if we're allowed to say weed on YouTube, by the way. So
I'm sure we can.
Okay, but I smoke that green. I smoke that gas.
Okay.
And I've been having stomach pain, and I can't eat. I don't have an appetite unless I smoke, and I'm like, I know what that is, but I'm not a medical professional. So,
right.
I didn't say anything,
you can't
but
refer
I knew
anything.
exactly what it is, and I just said a slight prayer for him in my
Yes,
head, like,
because he's
God,
what
I
I needed.
know what that is.
I've actually run into more people like that. They'll put it on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm not the only one who dealt with this. And I thank God I dealt with that, because the last withdrawal or detox process that I went through, I had my baby. So she was like 3 months, maybe. No, I lied. She was probably like 5.
She was older, yeah,
5, 6 months, and
almost 1 at least.
No, she wasn't almost 1. She was standing up, but she was probably like 6 months.
Okay.
She was about 6 months, and I don't know, maybe about 7 months. No, okay, look, she wasn't walking.
She wasn't 1, but she was like 6 months is still almost 1.
Anywho, and 30's almost 100.
Shoot.
No, but yeah. So my baby was in the mix. I had to count on my mom, my aunt, her father. Like, I had to count on someone. I missed a month out of my child's life because of my addiction. That's very wild to think about. I said I will never do that again.
Yeah.
Like, that broke me down. That's something that I don't think I have mom guilt about that. But I just wish I would have had that time. I wish I would have had that time with
I agree. It's part of that postpartum too.
Yeah. But after I saw, when I withdrew and all that, I didn't even allow myself to have postpartum because I was numbing it.
Yeah, so that was postpartum.
Right. Yeah. So after I got sober, I went through postpartum.
Yes. Wow. You
the
still
real
went through it.
Like, I still went through it, and I had to face all of it. So I had to face me not looking the same. I had to face me not feeling the same. I had to face a whole, like, me and my child's father not being on the right terms, or I had to face a lot of things. And it was smack dab in my face. I could have faced it then, but I went through all of that.
Yeah. Oh, I
just
get
to
that.
face it again. Like, like God was like, "No,
because
you gotta feel
gonna
that.
face this.
You
yeah,
have
you
to
gonna face
it.
this.
It's a part of.
He
It's a part of
he
it.
directed you. You made a plan to numb it, but after that, he was like, "Nah, you about to feel this because it's necessary.
It's necessary.
It's a reason for this."
Yeah. I'm thankful. I'm still very, very thankful.
Yeah. While we're talking about health, though.
Oh yeah. What's up?
I saw this verse that says, "A peaceful heart leads to a healthy body." It's just so crazy how this particular book in the Bible, it captures everything.
Everything. Peaceful what?
A peaceful heart leads to a healthy body. Our hearts are at peace now. I mean, for the most part, as far as addiction, and we're working on the health.
We're working on the health.
But
that egg boil.
I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
But the things that I have gone through, especially this year too, with just like finding my peace within my home. I mean, it's just, I do feel that stress. I'm not as stressed as I was, you know, being with somebody who, you know, you're not married with. You feel convicted being with them in the household, and y'all kind of playing house, and then all the stresses of being like a mom and trying to be a good girlfriend or a good mate to somebody, and you just know it's not right. That conviction just sets in. And then when you finally get the chance to, you know, to do what God is asking me to do, I mean, I really feel like this has been the most peaceful position in my life that I've ever been in, honestly.
Same. And it's crazy because this is the very first time that me and you are both on the same page.
Yes.
Like, not saying that this is something that we're proud of, but you're single.
Yeah.
I'm single. We're both sober. We're both into our purpose and our kids and the Lord. And there's nothing that you can't move this.
No, absolutely
you cannot move this.
No.
When it came to, I'm gonna tell you the story real quick. My last surrenderance. So I was sober from weed, but I was drinking. I was drinking super heavy to the point where, and I was a wino. So I would get tequila here and there, but wine was my stuff. So it got to the point where I could not drink. I mean, I could not go into a store without
grabbing a wine.
No, I had to drink in order to go inside
to the store. Right.
So I was low-key an alcoholic. Like I said, not my drug of choice, so it's easy for me to just be like, I'm cool.
We battle with that addictive personality.
Right. So this last time, like, I'm on a freeway and I'm like I was listening to a song or music and I'm like, this ain't hitting. Like, I'm not having a good time. So I changed the song and I go to a podcast. I love Know For Sure podcast. One of both our favorites.
Yeah.
And it wasn't hitting. So I said, all right, let me just ride in silence. I just prayed. And I'm driving and it was just so clear. I'm like, God, what am I doing? Like, what is this? What is going on in my life? Because every aspect is pretty wonky right now.
Right.
So as I'm driving, clear as day, it's like, you know what's going on. You just don't want to do what I tell you to do.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm still praying. I'm still talking. I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to get rid of right now? Like, at this point, we're having a conversation. I'm hearing it. Like, it's clear. And y'all, he said, you know what to get rid of. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing crazy. So I'm like,
we always think that we want him to say, my child.
Yes.
The wine be letting you know.
Be letting you know. No, but I saw a TikTok about that.
Know what it is.
I saw a TikTok about that. It was like, God.
Oh, yeah.
You saw it?
I think so. So. The guy.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Did I send it to you or did we?
No,
I think the stuff that we see and like maybe I share it
we're on the same algorithm.
We're on the same algorithm. Yeah.
So you be seeing the stuff that I just sent you. Like, yeah. So
it's like how we think God will.
Talk. Yeah, but he's just like, I was like, what? But we know, we know exactly what's in our way. We know, and I asked him, I said, Lord, you know, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to give up? He said, you already know. I said, Lord, how do I get rid of this? Clear as day, be obedient, and I got the rest. Be obedient, and I got the rest.
Wow.
So I went to Sam's Club, and I was in the car battling because I wanted to take a drink so bad. And I said, Lord, just one more time. Just one more time. Because and this was last year. This is the beginning of this year. This was like December-ish, January-ish. Yeah. Like, this is not years ago. I said, Lord, like, I got to. I feel so like, Sam's has the brightest freaking lights.
I hate Sam's.
Why?
I hate Sam's.
I mean, and literally,
it's big.
It's so big.
And unorganized.
Why am I looking at
Who
crates?
Thought of that?
A whole bunch of crates.
Right.
So I'm like, I hate attention, even though I love dress up, I love makeup. I hate attention. And
it was that anxiousness.
As soon as I walk in, she's like, your ponytail is so perfect. And I'm like, you notice me? Like, but I took that last drink and that was it. That's when I was like, I totally surrender. Like, I'm not using this as a crutch anymore. I'm gonna have to learn how to just navigate without that.
Yeah.
And that was my last drink as far as just being obsessive
Right.
and just doing it uncontrollably. Now I might dibble and dabble a glass of wine here and there, and that's literally a glass, a half a glass. I might give it back to my grandma and be like, you can finish it.
You can, yeah.
But yeah, but another thing, real quick, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
My child's father, and I'm saying this with the utmost respect, that was something I had to let go. And that, y'all, if I told you this story, y'all wouldn't believe me. I asked God, I said, if you do not want me with this man, send me a sign. Send me something to let this man go. Because I was already out the door. But that's a whole nother story. It's not as easy.
Right.
And I'm sure it's relatable. It's not as easy.
Yes.
So that morning I woke up, I went to the bathroom and his phone was on the bathroom floor.
Oh, you about to tell this story?
I'm about to tell this.
Lord have mercy.
You said tell my truth. Hey, BD. Anyways, nah, it's utmost respect. That's my dog, but no, no, but I woke up and his phone was right there on the floor, and he had did something disrespectful literally a couple hours ago, and I saw everything, and I am not one to go through the phone. I was, then I stopped because that was just it was making me depressed.
Right.
But at this particular time, I was ready. I needed to see so I can leave.
Right.
And I ain't looked back since. Like, we done went on a couple dates or whatever. That's on my dog. I forgive him.
Yeah.
Can I forget? I can't.
Yeah.
I cannot forget that. I cannot go
back.
back.
But there's a reason why, though. There's a reason why.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We could go. He be doing this big one with the gifts and it doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work. If you're, what's your purpose in my life right now? To be a father to my daughter. And that's okay. And
that's okay. Yeah, we definitely go through the same things because I had a similar situation where, you know, it was time for me and my child's father to separate, and I prayed about it, and I'll probably he absolutely did. I'll probably have to tell you guys that later, but I think that the whole point is that you have to surrender and be obedient. And when you know that the timing for something to go is there, don't hold on to it. Let it go. I was with my kid's father for 8 years.
What's that long?
8 years. 8 years. And I knew that wasn't who I was supposed to be with. But I kept trying to make it work. I kept trying to, you know, ask for God's blessing, and you know, we were blessed. We were getting blessed, and I tell him all the time, through me, you're getting blessed. I'm it's that's just it's what it is. I'm covered by the blood. But I feel like that relationship, I knew that its purpose was our children, and that was it. That was it. And so I was talking to Ronya about this in the car.
Who?
Yeah. Ronya!
Okay.
So I was talking to her about this in the car, and I was like, you know, our person is out there. Our husband is out there, because we both believe that we're going to get married. We know that we're wives. We know that our husband is out there. But we would say, you know, please God, give us our husband. And it's like, or bless us with our husband. And it's like, no. Know that your husband is out there. Claim your husband and get yourself together in the meantime. He's out there. God hasn't brought y'all together yet, but claim that.
But you're not ready.
Own that. You're not ready. I'm not ready for my husband right now.
I don't want a husband right now.
I don't want a husband right now. I'm not ready for that. I'm still trying to figure me out. I want to be the best person I can be for my husband, and he should be out there doing the exact same thing.
So that one thing with the phone and how we won't even know. Say if you have your husband right now. You right now, you have your husband.
Yes. So my daughter, I'll start by saying God is like our parent. He's our heavenly Father. He's not going to give us something knowing that we're not ready for it. My 5-year-old daughter has been asking for a phone. She wants an iPhone. And I'm like, honey, you are not ready for an iPhone. You don't know how to spell. You can't text. you will only do what you know how to do with it, which is take pictures, and you won't be able to use it to its full potential. You won't take care of it. You'll abuse it. You're not ready for it. And why? I would be a horrible parent to give you something like that and know that you're going to ruin that opportunity for something that you could get later on down the road for that you are ready for, and use it in its whole abundance. You're not ready. And that's the same thing that applies to God. He's not going to give us something that we're not ready for. Why would he?
Right.
Why would he do that?
What would we do with a husband right now? Right now, what I would do with a husband, because I'm geeking over it, sex.
Tear it
up. Pots and pans. Just bumping.
Y'all don't get no sleep because of y'all. I'm not gonna get no sleep because of me.
Literally. What would I do?
What would I do?
A companion to watch movies? And I just turn them off.
Right.
Because I don't even know what
Don't touch me right now. I'm cool. Or to have to even think about, I've been on my own. I've been single since probably February. It's November right now. Probably like early March. I've been single. And I was single mentally way before then. I checked out a long time ago. So I can't imagine like bringing somebody else's, thoughts in and bringing and caring about somebody and just giving into all of that right now. I just don't have it in me not right now.
Right.
I'm putting all of that into my children. It feels so good. And back into myself.
Right.
I don't have the capacity to give it to somebody else right now.
Right. I just
don't. So
I totally get it.
My heavenly Father, it just wouldn't be a good decision for him to do that right now.
And that's why he's not. That's why you're lonely. And that's why
I'm lonely.
No, that's why we're single.
No, but that's why we're single, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I trust.
Yes.
I trust and believe. He made, just like he made Tarambe and the Timon in the store for us.
He got a husband out there. He could be my husband.
You handsome black king, and you're just not for me.
No, I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get you.
I'm trying to get the pharmacist to get my flu shot today.
You said how many vaccines?
I'm about to go get the RSV shot, the pneumonia shot, the COVID shot. I'm about to go get all the shots, honey.
You said I think I got diabetes. I think I got a prescription back there.
You got a shot for that?
You're sick. We're just playing.
You
just added 2 more years to us.
I know. I'm so sorry, God. But anyways.
No, but that was really good. Yeah. But I have a topic that I've been wanting to get out. This is our last
topic.
Okay. 50-50. How do you feel about going 50-50 with your man?
Ooh, this is a good topic. Because
that has been.
I watched something on this today. Did we talk about this? I didn't even know you was going to say this. Wow, I just watched something about this.
I wonder if this is
Tabitha Brown and her husband.
Oh, I did not watch that. But it's been a topic. If it's not on Facebook, it's on Twitter. If it's not on Twitter, it's on TikTok. Like, it's always the topic of discussion. And there's a lot of men who's like 50-50. They're a 50-50 type of man. Like, you pay half of these bills, I pay half of these bills. And then there are women who are just like, heck nah. Why can't I be provided for?
Okay.
Me personally,
I'm wondering what you think.
I'm not a 50-50 type of girl. Because guess what? It's never going to be 50-50. It's never. Because what's a woman going to do? Cook, clean, have sex on command, take care of the children, teach the children, which is in Proverbs. The husband is supposed to tell you they're supposed to instruct the children to listen to their mother, because the mother teaches. Right. Not saying the father doesn't, but mother holds wisdom.
Yes.
But
absolutely.
I just feel like it's never going to be 50-50. Will I put money towards the bills? Maybe if my husband requires that, but I have faith my husband will not require that.
Right.
He'll be like, you know what? If you want to take us on a trip, let's go. And I'll be like, okay, well, let's go. Or I can be like, hey, baby, baby, let me put my voice on. Babe, you done did your big one on this house. Like, our home is beautiful. Our children are taken care of. Like, let's go out of town.
Wow.
Don't worry about nothing. Don't pack a bag. Because we can everything brand new.
Right.
I want to do that.
Yeah. I see, if I have somebody that comes to me, I will know when I have somebody that comes to me, when they come to me, and in our situation, whatever the case may be, they're like, babe, right now, you know, I have a plan and I have a desire to take care of you. But right now, this requires us. I prayed about it. We need to go 50-50 right now. I got you. I'm going to do whatever it takes for our family to survive. I'm going to do whatever it takes for me and my husband to survive. So if it requires a 50-50, I'm not against it. I think it's ideal as a woman. I want to be taken care of, and I want my man to take care of everything. But also, in order for my man to take care of everything, I want to be able to take care of my man as well. Like you said, babe, you did your big one. I like all expenses paid on me trip. Let's go on me. This is what you taking care of everything else calls for me to do. For me to do that. Right. But I'm not against it. But if you don't have no game plan, I'm just paying 50-50 willy-nilly.
Right.
No, I don't want to do that.
My thing is, you're going to, as my man, I have full faith that this is going to take off, and my lifestyle is going to take off. And whatever we do, kingdom lifestyle, all that's going to take off. That everything I do, she's got to be included. So package deal. But anyways, I have faith that this is going to blow up, and I will be wealthy. And my husband, I'm going to attract a wealthy man. So I wouldn't. I'm not even gonna call that. I'm not gonna call that. Like,
that's good though.
If you really
will attract wealth,
I will attract.
What are we attracting now? Excuse me.
I t-shirt. I see you pumping your gas, but but you got a man.
Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you.
No, but for real, I'm not.
I don't, and honestly, y'all, I don't even attract that. Sadly,
girl, because like, we are in the wrong.
To me. Say something to me.
Hold on, and then the lady at Walmart, the young girl, she was like, "You guys are so pretty."
Thanks, ma'am.
I said, "Too bad we're not gay."
Where the ninjas at?
Where are they at?
No, but she was pretty too.
She was, but you said, "Do you got a brother?"
An uncle, a grandfather, please.
No, but seriously, we don't
attract that because we're
not that yet. We're not there yet.
No, we're not. We will attract that, but we don't attract what we just said.
We don't attract that.
No, we don't attract that.
We don't. We're not supposed to.
No,
we are not supposed to.
They probably don't even see. They
because
probably look
walk
over our way and be like,
"We walk with so much poise."
Oh, I walk with confidence, baby. Everywhere I go.
They're like, "What are these girls doing here in Walmart? They're supposed to be in
Are you
Publix."
Podcast producers? What did he say? Content producers? Yes, I am, sir. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Can't you tell?
Walking in our purpose.
That's wild. Walking in our, and men are so intimidated. It'd be the most handsome man.
Yeah.
Like the man that I got stood up with. He was so fan, but you are such a dog. In the Lord, nah.
In the Lord.
But yeah, so with that being said, like, you a 50-50 chick? Can you sit with me?
I can be.
What if y'all both wealthy? Would you be 50-50?
It just depends. I mean, it just depends.
What works for y'all? It'll work.
It's just whatever works. But my man has to have a plan. I'm not about to go 50-50 and you have no plan.
But see, the thing is, I done had a man with a plan.
You have?
Yes. Like, my child's father, he had a plan. Then he had another one. Then he had another one.
That's not a plan. Then those are dreams and aspirations.
But my thing, it's falling in love with potential that I just cannot do anymore.
No, absolutely not.
And my child's father is he's one of the big one. However, I feel like he had to get rid of me in order for him to walk in his purpose.
Yes.
Like, he wasn't doing too much of nothing until I said adios, amigos.
Right.
Like, that was,
it's all part of it.
It's all part of it.
Yeah. So, but I can be, but not. I want to be taken care of altogether. Like, I'll work for my man. I'll work for us. Or even if I'm like, do the top with the brown, like, you do I have a dream, I want to accomplish this, and you do your thing. But then after I've, succeed in doing my thing, I got you. You chill. Did your thing.
That part.
Now I'm going to do my thing.
That part.
And her husband was saying, because she was such a good second placer, or she stood behind me. Now I can, because she did it so well, I've watched her and I know how to stand behind her.
Right.
So it does not offend me that
right,
she
right.
is the breadwinner. That doesn't offend me.
Ooh.
It was good. That was a good
game
interview.
me. That was a good game.
So
I dig
yeah.
that. And I wouldn't mind being the bread. I just need, if you're gonna be my man still. Be my man
Yes.
still. And take care of these, like, I don't know. It's so I just feel like God he said what he said. There's a reason that roles exist.
Yeah.
Not saying that we are limited to our roles though.
No.
It's teamwork.
It's teamwork. It's all
teamwork.
meant to work together for sure.
It's teamwork.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well,
So
that was good.
that was
so
good. I think we weren't going to film.
Wow.
That's crazy.
We had to get it out. We had to.
So, Pooh, what do you think, or what do you say that your purpose for this specific episode is?
I would say that the purpose, I hope I don't take yours, but the purpose that I felt through this episode was,
dang, I was gonna say that.
What? I'm like, dang, I ain't even get that yet. No, but just be obedient. And if you don't know what that means yet, and if you haven't started your walk with Christ yet, just fulfill what you believe you are here on earth to do, and start there. That's a good start. I promise you, if you feel alone, or if you feel like you just, listen, I'm gonna just say this real quick. My parents knew each other for 6 months. My parents were never together. They had me and they were done. And I used to think that I had no purpose. It took me a long time to get here. And I finally feel like I have a reason and a purpose on this earth. You have to dig deep, and you have to, you are here for a reason. You just have to find it. You have to find it. Dig into your talents, dig into the things that you like to do, love to do, things that you constantly think about, and things that you wake up thinking about and doing. And just start there. Good things, positive things. I'm not talking about whacking off in the middle of the night. I'm not talking about smoking your blunt after dinner.
Right.
That's the satisfying things of the flesh. I'm talking about your spirit, things that you cannot go a day without doing. Listening to music, producing, talking to people, helping people, being kind to others, things like that. You're here for a reason. And I think that you have to remember, when you don't follow into your footsteps and go into your purpose, that you're preventing somebody else to go into their footsteps and going into their purpose. So just remember that you have to go and do the things that you need to do in your purpose in order for somebody else to fall into their purpose. We're all connected somehow. Right. So what would you say the purpose of the pod through your eyes, or what would you bring your purpose to the pod?
I think the purpose of this pod was, for me, it was we pretty much have to realize that I love the scripture with the plan. Like, we have a plan, and we can make plans, but sometimes God laughs at those plans. But if the plans are in line with what God has for us, or in line with obedience, then it's going to be successful.
Absolutely. Yes.
It's not going to fail. So it's kind of like how we had today. Like, we had our steps, we had our plan to go get that cord, chat. We had to go get that cord, and we came out with not a cord but a connection.
Absolutely.
And God specifically placed that person in our lives for a reason. And we don't really know how he's supposed to be used.
Right.
But we know it was God ordained.
Right. But real quick, say we didn't fulfill our purpose, and we decided not to do this, and we was just at Walmart and getting your salad
Right.
And he would have never asked us if we were producers. We would have never had a camera. He wouldn't be able to fulfill his purpose with us.
Right.
It just would have been a whole. It would have been.
A whole disconnect, and then with that disconnect, it's a whole other battle we got to face, because it's like that was a step.
Yeah.
That was one of God's steps. Absolutely. And we totally just ignored it. So we were definitely obedient today. We said we had to go and fulfill be productive.
Yes.
When it comes to this pod, we had to be productive. So that was a way. And then for us to think that we weren't going to film today.
Yeah.
Like it's 8:00, 8:30 our time. Like that's late for us. Like it's time for bed.
Yeah, we got work.
But right. But that's how God ordered the steps. And that's what's up. I'm not gonna be salty about it. Like it is what it is.
Right.
So I'm very thankful.
Yes.
I say that every episode. I'm very thankful because this right here, for this to even be, like it's wild. I never would have thought. So that is my purpose, and I feel like that y'all also have to take heed to that. Like y'all have to capture that. Everything that we say, we're not saying it just to say it.
Right.
Like we want y'all to apply it. Like this is a testimony.
Yeah.
So eat the meat, spit out the bones.
Exactly.
Like
you were
whatever
here to
y'all
hear
can take
for a reason.
Right. Whatever y'all can take it.
Absolutely.
So today was an episode.
That was a good episode, man. That was good.
Fire. Please you let us know. Bars,
yes,
bro.
Thank you. Let us know what your favorite verse that we said was. Let us know if you read Proverbs, and leave a comment down below where you read or just anything that touched you today. We really want to thank you guys for joining us and tuning in, whether you're listening or watching us on YouTube or any of our platforms. We really appreciate y'all, and we just want you guys to know that we love you guys so much. And this is a part of the purpose. This is a part of purpose. Period. So,
and if you guys please connect with us. I don't know if I said this, but like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, our Gmail account. We're going to list everything in the description box.
Email us.
And if you guys are listening, I think audio still has a description box. So definitely hit those links and connect with us. We're not saying this for our health. Like literally,
please.
Our purpose is to also help you guys.
Yes, if you do music, like we were saying in the beginning, if you do music, have any talents that you want to send us, or artwork, or anything, any businesses, anything,
any ideas, help us out.
Yeah, any ideas, or if you think you can contribute to the pod, let us know. Email us.
Right.
We got y'all. This is a part of the journey. This is a part of our purpose. So we just want to help you guys fulfill your purpose, and we really hope y'all enjoy y'all's week. And
we love you.
We love you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for tuning in.
We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
So I was prepared and organized.
However